My name is Anna. I am 25 years old. I work at a travel office in New York. We help people buy plane tickets. We book hotels. We plan trips. I started this job 2 years ago. I like my job. It is not always fun, but the people are nice. My boss is Mr. Green. He is about 40 years old. He is kind. He is polite. He says good morning every day. He says thank you when I do good work. I like him. He is a good boss. One morning, I was at my desk. It was Tuesday. I was looking at plane prices. A customer wanted a cheap ticket. The office was quiet. Only 3 people were there. I heard voices from Mr. Green's office. His door was open a little. I did not want to listen, but I could hear him. He was talking on the phone. He said, "She is amazing. She is perfect. I really like her." I stopped working. I looked at his door. Was he talking about me? He said more words. She works hard. She is smart. She has good energy. I watch her work every day. My eyes got big. Was this really about me? Was Mr. Green talking about me? He said he liked me. He said I was perfect. He said I was the one. I remembered last week. He smiled at me. I gave him a report. He said, "Good job, Anna." He bought me coffee one morning. I thought he was just nice, but maybe it meant something else. Last month was my birthday. He gave me chocolate. He said, "Have a happy day." I thought it was just kind, but now I thought maybe he liked me. I looked around the office. Nobody saw anything. I tried to work, but my mind was full of thoughts. Was Mr. Green in love with me? At lunch, I sat with my friend Kate. She works at the front desk. We always eat together. We sit in the small break room. I looked at her. I said quietly, "Kate, I think our boss likes me." She looked at me. "What? Are you sure?" I said I heard him talking. He said I was perfect. He said I had good energy. He said he likes me. Kate's eyes got big. "When did this happen?" "This morning," I said. "He was on the phone. The door was open. I did not want to listen, but I heard everything." Kate smiled. "Wow, that is big news. Maybe he really likes you." I felt scared and happy. What do I do? Kate laughed. "Maybe he will ask you out. Maybe he wants to tell you something." I smiled, but I did not know what to think. Part of me was happy. Mr. Green was a good man. He was smart, he was kind, but he was my boss. What if I was wrong? That afternoon, I was writing emails. I heard a sound from my computer. It was a message from Mr. Green. It said, "Hi, Anna. Can we meet in my office at 3 o'clock? I have something important to talk about." I looked at the message. My heart beat fast. This was it. He wanted to talk. He said it was important. What else could it be? Kate saw my face. She walked over. "What happened?" "He wants to meet me at 3. I said, "This is it." She said, "Be ready. Maybe he will tell you how he feels." I could not work after that. I looked at the clock every minute. I looked in the mirror. I fixed my hair. I wanted to look good. At 3 o'clock, I walked to his office. I knocked one time. He looked up from his computer. He smiled. Come in, Anna. Please sit down. I sat across from him. He closed his computer. He looked serious. Thank you for coming, he said. I want to talk about something very important. I nodded slowly. This was the moment. He said, You do very good work. Your work is excellent. I see how you help customers. I see how you help the team. You are always polite. You are always nice. I smiled a little. He was saying nice things. Was this how he would start? Then he said, We have a new project. Our partners are opening an office in Spain. We need someone to go there for 3 months. We need someone to help them. We think you would be perfect. Your name came up in our meeting this morning. I did not understand. He went on. It is a big step, but it is a great chance. You will travel. You will meet new people. You will help our company. I did not know what to say. I sat there. I was confused. So this was it. The phone call was not about love. It was about this project. He thought I was perfect for work. He smiled. You do not need to answer now. Think about it. Talk to your family, but I think this is a great chance for you. I nodded. Yes. Thank you. He stood up. He shook my hand. We are lucky to have you, Anna. I left his office slowly. I walked back to my desk. Kate ran to me. Well? What did he say? He wants me to go to Spain, I said. She looked surprised. Spain? Yes, I said. He wants me to help with a new office for 3 months. Kate looked at me. So not love? I smiled. Number. Just a project. We both laughed. I felt a little silly. I was so sure he liked me. I told Kate. I believed it all day. But I was wrong. It was not love. It was work. But I felt good too. He trusted me with something big. Maybe I did not get a love story, but I got something else. A new chance, a big opportunity. That evening I walked home slowly. I thought about everything. I laughed a little. I made up a whole story in my head. I thought he would tell me his feelings, but all he wanted was to give me a better job. Next time I will ask before I guess. That night I could not sleep. I kept thinking about Spain, a new office, 3 months in another country. I never left home for so long. I never flew on a plane alone. It was exciting, but it was also scary. The next morning I got up early. I made tea. I sat at my small table near the window. I looked outside, but my mind was somewhere else. I kept hearing Mr. Green's voice. We think you are perfect for this. He said it so clearly. He believed in me. He trusted me. That made me feel good, but it also made me feel scared. What if I was not ready? What if I made mistakes? At work, I saw Kate at the front desk. She smiled when she saw me. She came over right away. So, did you decide? She asked. Not yet, I said. I did not sleep much. I understand, she said. It is a big change. I nodded. Yes, but maybe I need it. Maybe this is the right time. Kate looked at me. Then she smiled. You can do it, Anna. I know you can. I felt better after that. She always knew how to make me feel calm. Mr. Green did not say anything to me that morning. He just smiled. He asked how I was. I said I was still thinking about Spain. He said that was fine. There was no rush. I tried to work, but my mind kept moving. I thought about myself walking in a new city. I thought about helping customers in a busy office. I thought about meeting new people. I thought about learning new things. It was a nice picture. But then I remembered something else. What if I did not fit in? What if people there did not like me? What if I could not do the job well? I looked around the office. Everything here felt safe. I knew where everything was. I knew everyone's name. I had a routine. And part of me did not want to leave that. At lunch, I sat with Kate again. I told her all my thoughts. The good ones and the bad ones. She listened quietly. Then she said, "You are scared. That is okay. But being scared does not mean you should not go. It just means you care." She was right. I did care. I did not want to fail. I did not want to disappoint Mr. Green, but I also did not want to miss a chance just because I was afraid. That evening I called my sister. She lived in another city. She always gave me good advice. When I told her everything, she laughed softly. "So you thought your boss was in love with you?" she asked. "I know it sounds silly now," I said. "It is not silly," she said. "We all do that. We hear things and we make a story in our head. But hey, this time the story turned out even better." "I guess," I said, "but I feel embarrassed." "Do not," she said. "You got offered something amazing. That means you are doing something right." We talked for a while. She asked about the office in Spain. She asked what I would do there. I did not know all the details yet, but I promised to tell her more if I said yes. After the call, I sat on my bed. I looked at the ceiling. The room was quiet. I thought about everything again, not just about the job, but about me, about how I used to feel unsure of myself, about how when I first started working at the agency, I was scared to answer the phone. I was afraid to talk to angry customers. I did not know how to book a trip without checking the book 3 times. Now things were different. I was helping others. I was answering questions. I was solving problems without asking for help. Maybe I had grown. Maybe I was stronger than I thought. The next morning I walked into the office with a new feeling. I sat down. I opened my computer. I got to work. I finished 3 bookings before noon. I checked details 2 times. I helped a family who wanted to travel with their baby. I even called the hotel myself to ask about baby beds. I did it all without feeling scared. Mr. Green came over to my desk just before lunch. "Have you thought more about Spain?" he asked. I looked up at him. He was smiling like always, calm and friendly. "Yes," I said. "I want to go." His smile got bigger. "I am very happy to hear that. I think this will be good for you. You will learn a lot. The team in Spain is excited to meet you." He did not say much else. He just told me someone from the main office would call me soon. They would help me with travel and housing. It would all be paid by the company. I thanked him again. I went back to my desk, but my hands were shaking just a little. I was not scared anymore. I was just full of energy. Kate came by. She gave me a quick hug. "I will miss you," she said. "I am not leaving forever," I said with a smile. "Still," she said, "you are my lunch friend. Spain better be worth it." I laughed. I promised to send her pictures. The next few days passed quickly. I got an email from the Spain office. They sent me my plane information. They sent me a welcome note. They said I would help train some new workers. I felt proud. I was not just going to learn, I was going to teach. On Friday, Mr. Green called me into his office again. This time, he was not alone. There was a woman sitting beside him. She stood up. She said her name was Maria. She was the regional director. She shook my hand. She said, "We have heard many good things about you." I thanked her. She nodded. "This project is important. We need someone who can lead by example." She smiled at me. Then she looked at Mr. Green. "I think you made the right choice." He smiled back. "She is exactly what we need." I smiled too. But inside, I felt something different. Not the kind of feeling I had when I thought he was in love with me. This time I just felt proud of myself. Not for being chosen, but for growing into the kind of person who could be chosen. The day of my flight came faster than I expected. One moment, I was printing tickets and writing emails. Next, I was standing at the airport with my small suitcase and a travel folder in my hand. It was my first time flying alone. I checked everything 2 times. My passport, my hotel details, my welcome letter. I took a deep breath. I walked to the gate. On the plane, I sat by the window. The city looked smaller and smaller as we took off. I felt nervous again, but it was a calm kind of nervous. I did not know what to expect, but I was ready. When I arrived in Spain, a driver met me at the airport. He held a sign with my name. He smiled. He helped me with my bag. The car ride was quiet, but I looked out the window the whole time. The city was bright and full of life. I saw shops and cafes. I saw people walking with maps and suitcases. It felt different, but good. At the hotel, I checked in. I went to my room. It was small, but clean. I opened the window. I looked outside. I could see a street with little restaurants. A group of tourists walked by laughing. It made me smile. The next morning, I walked to the travel agency branch. It was just a few blocks away. The building was white with large windows. A woman met me at the door. She said her name was Sophia. She was the team manager there. "We are so happy you are here, Anna," she said. "Let me show you around." She introduced me to everyone. They all smiled and spoke clearly. Some of them knew a little English. Some spoke very well. Sophia explained that I would help answer English emails. I would train 2 new assistants. I would support their weekend travel program. By lunchtime, I already felt part of the team. That evening, I called Kate. "You made it," she said. "How is Spain?" "It is beautiful," I said, "and the people are nice." "Good. But do not fall in love with another boss," she joked. I laughed. "Do not worry. I learned my lesson." We talked for a few more minutes. Then I told her I had to go. I wanted to get some rest. The days in Spain went fast. I worked from Monday to Friday. Every day I helped the new assistants. I showed them how to use the booking system. I answered their questions. Sometimes I make mistakes, but I did not feel bad. Everyone was patient. Everyone helped each other. On the weekends, I walked around the city. I visited the park near the river. I sat in little cafes. I watched people pass by. I tried new food. I took photos of everything. I even joined a walking tour one Sunday. I met 2 girls from Italy. We spent the afternoon together talking and laughing. One day at work, Sophia called me to her office. She asked me to sit down. "Anna," she said, "you have helped us a lot. You are kind and clear. The new staff really like learning from you." I smiled. "Thank you. That means a lot." She continued, "We would like to ask you something. It is not official yet, but we are thinking about a training role. Someone who visits all our branches to support new teams. It would mean more travel, not just Spain, maybe Portugal or France, too." I looked at her. I was surprised. "Me?" She nodded. "Yes, you work well with others. You stay calm. You explain things clearly. You do not need to say yes now, but I wanted you to know we are thinking about it." I thanked her. I went back to my desk. I could not stop smiling. That evening, I sat in my hotel room. I thought about how much had changed. Just a few weeks ago, I was sitting at my desk back home. I was thinking my boss liked me. I told Kate. I made up a whole story in my head, but that story was wrong. Still, it led me here. Sometimes we hear something and we think we understand, but we only hear a part. We do not know the whole picture. That is what happened to me. I thought I heard the truth. I thought I knew what Mr. Green meant, but I did not. And I am glad I did not. Because if I had been right, maybe nothing would have changed. Maybe I would still be sitting at my desk, waiting for something special to happen. But now, I was the one doing something special. 3 months later, I flew home. My team in Spain gave me a little party on my last day. They gave me a card and some chocolates. They gave me a photo of the whole team together. We all hugged before I left. Sophia said, "Remember, the door is always open." Back in my city, I went straight to the office to say hello. Kate ran to hug me as soon as she saw me. "You look different," she said. I laughed. "Maybe a little." "You look stronger," she said, "and happy." Mr. Green came out of his office and smiled. "Welcome back, Anna. I heard great things." "Thank you," I said. We sat down later and talked about Spain. I told him about the team and the work. I told him about the offer from Sophia. He nodded the whole time. "I think you would be perfect for that role," he said. "I want to try," I said. He smiled again. That night I walked home and felt proud, not because of the new job or the travel or the nice words, but because I had changed. I had believed in something that was not real, and that made me feel silly. But I did not stay in that feeling. I moved forward. I took the next step, and that step brought me somewhere better. Life does not always go the way we expect. Sometimes we think it is a love story. Sometimes we wait for someone else to choose us. But sometimes the story is about something else. Growth, change, believing in yourself. I used to think my boss was in love with me, but what I really found was something better. I found my next chapter.